What's up YouTubers, this is Chetan here and I'm back with a new video. So I was thinking of making a terrarium especially for these goats or say these sheeps which I bought long back, and I also wanted to propagate a plant. So what are we waiting for? Let's go ahead and make a terrarium for these sheeps. Here you can see that I have already attached the sheeps to the lava rock with the help of tissue paper and some Fevikwik. This is a very simple and easy method to attach. Even you can attach some stones and anything else with the help of this method very quickly. So let's get started. And the false bottom consists of Lika clay balls. These things can be bought very easily from a nursery, and even if you don't have Lika clay balls, you can just use pebbles or stones as a false bottom. The next ingredient I'll be using is a mosquito mesh. I've already got this and cut it in the size of the tank which I'm using, and this is just to separate the substrate from the false bottom so that the substrate shouldn't be falling inside the false bottom. Once the mosquito mesh is set properly inside the tank, the next ingredient we are going to use is charcoal. Charcoal keeps the water in the terrarium clean, and the terrarium is never smelly because of it. And now the final ingredient, that is the substrate. It consists of dry moss, that is dry sphagnum moss, cocoa peat and sand or soil. The thickness of the substrate depends on what kind of plants you are going to plant inside the terrarium. I mean to say, if you're going to plant a big kind of plants with heavy roots, the thickness of the substrate should be more, and if you're just going to plant some moss and all those things, small plants, then the thickness shouldn't be that much. Now I'm designing the hardscape, the lava rocks as well as the sheeps that are attached on the lava rocks. Here you can see that the substrate is totally dry, and that's the reason I'm going to spray some water in it. You have seen that I have attached a sheep to a stick, and the reason I have attached to the sheep to the stick is I just wanted to place it inside the substrate and in such a way that it will not keep on moving, and this was the easiest way to keep it standing on the one place. And here is the reason to make this terrarium. This is a miniature fern. Now you can say it properly. This is a miniature fern which is rarely available in nurseries, and I just wanted to propagate it, and that's the reason I am making this terrarium. I have already started planting the ferns, and just to propagate it properly, what I'm doing is I am dividing this into 2 or 3 parts so that it will grow in different places, and it will grow larger. And this is the only way to propagate any plants, that you have to divide the plant into few pieces and then you have to grow it somewhere else, and that is the way you can just multiply the plant. And here is a cutting of ficus, and I have already successfully planted ficus cuttings in a terrarium, and they are growing well, and that's the reason I am again propagating one ficus plant in this terrarium, and I'm sure it will grow really well in this place. Here you can see that I am constantly spraying water on the substrate because the substrate is really dry and I don't want any of these plants to die. This is Selaginella, and this is one more plant which I'm going to propagate in this terrarium, and that's the reason I'm dividing it into 2 or 3 pieces so that I can multiply this plant into multiple plants. And this is the way, again I'm repeating the same thing, that this is the way to propagate plants successfully. And that's it, guys. This is how it looks. The project is complete. I have successfully propagated the single plant into multiple plants, and although I added some river sand to just to enhance the look of the terrarium, but please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it, and if you do like it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because there are plenty of projects coming in the future. Although I am not consistent to place my videos on the YouTube, this is due to the job. Now I'm going to the office, and that's the reason I'm not getting that much time. But now I've started managing time and taking some time out to make my terrariums, and I'll be back on time next week. So that's it for the day, guys. See you next week. Bye bye and peace.